Robomate Plus, India's largest curriculum-based study app. Download the app now.
Hello students, today let's go on an exciting trip to the splashing Amazon River in a speedboat. And in the process, we will also be able to calculate the speed of the Amazon River using a quadratic equation. So let's roll. So here we are in a speedboat. Without much ado, let's start it up. Now you can choose and set the speed of this boat at a particular value. I'm going to set the speed of this boat at 15 kilometers per hour. Now this means in still water, this boat will move with the speed of 15 kilometers per hour. Let's go. Now starts the exciting part of our journey. We're going to travel upstream. That is, we're going to travel against the speed of the river current. We're going to cover a distance of 30 kilometers to the top of the river. We're also going to keep a track of the time taken for this entire journey. Right now, it is 12 noon. Now, the boat is experiencing a backward drag because it is going against the flow of the river current. So the speed of the boat is reduced by an amount equal to the speed of the river current. We don't know the speed of the river current. So let us assume the speed of the current is x kilometer per hour. That means the speed of the boat becomes 15 minus x kilometer per hour. So here we are at the top of the river after covering a distance of 30 kilometers with the speed of 15 minus x kilometer per hour. Now we're going to turn back and go back to our starting point. Now this time we are traveling downstream. That is, we are going in the direction of the river current. We are going to cover a distance of 30 kilometers up to our starting point. Now this time, since we are going in the direction of the river current, the boat is experiencing a forward push. That means the speed of the boat is increased by an amount equal to the speed of the river current, which we have already assumed as x kilometer per hour. So the speed of the boat becomes 15 plus x kilometer per hour. So finally we have reached where we started from after traveling 30 kilometers downstream with the speed of 15 plus x kilometer per hour. And finally it is 4:30 p.m. in my watch. So we have taken a total of 4.5 hours for this entire journey. Let's go back to our board and analyze this data. Welcome back students. Now let's analyze the data that we gathered. And here I have also framed a question based on this data. It says the speed of a boat in still water is 15 km per hour. It can go 30 km upstream and return downstream to the original point in 4 hours 30 minutes. Find the speed of the stream. Now if you recall our journey, we have assumed that the speed of the stream is x km per hour. The speed of the boat in still water is 15 km per hour. And with this speed we went 30 kilometers upstream and 30 kilometers downstream. So let us first discuss the upstream journey. Distance was 30 kilometers. Speed, now if you recall, while going up, the speed of the boat, which is 15 km per hour, got reduced by x km per hour. So the effective speed of the boat in upstream journey was 15 minus x km per hour. We have distance, we have speed. Can we express time? Yes, time is equal to distance upon speed. So the time of upstream journey will be 30 upon 15 minus x hours. Now let's discuss the downstream journey. While coming down, again the distance was 30 kilometers, and do you recall the speed? The speed of the boat had increased by x kilometer per hour. So the effective speed of the boat was 15 plus x kilometer per hour. And now can you express time? Time will be equal to distance upon speed, that is 30 upon 15 plus x hours. Now if you remember students, the total time that we took was 4 hours and 30 minutes. Let us convert this time into hours. So this will be 4.5 hours, and that will be equal to 9/2 hours. Now on the screen, we have the time of upstream journey, we have the time of downstream journey, and we have the total time. So can we create an equation using these three terms? Yes. The time of the upstream journey, that is 30 upon 15 minus x, plus the time of the downstream journey, that is 30 upon 15 plus x, will be equal to the total time, that is 9/2. Now, let's solve this equation. First, we have to convert it to standard quadratic equation. For that, on LHS, first we will do LCM. So what we get is 30 into 15 plus x plus 30 into 15 minus x upon 15 minus x into 15 plus x is equal to 9/2. Now in the next step, let's open up the brackets on LHS. 30 into 15 will give us 450 plus 30x plus 450 minus 30x upon, in the denominator we have 15 minus x into 15 plus x, which becomes 15 square minus x square is equal to 9/2. Now in the numerator on LHS, plus 30x minus 30x gets cancelled. What is left is 450 plus 450 upon, denominator is 15 square, which is 225, minus x square is equal to 9/2. Now in the numerator on LHS, 450 plus 450 becomes 900 upon 225 minus x square is equal to 9/2. If you observe both the numerators, they cancel by 9. So RHS 9 ones are 9 and LHS 9 hundreds is 900. So what we get in the next step is 100 upon 225 minus x square is equal to 1/2. Now we have to cross multiply to solve this equation further. So on LHS, 100 into 2 is equal to 225 minus x square. Further, 200 is equal to 225 minus x square. Let us carry this minus x square to LHS. So it will become x square is equal to 225 plus 200 on RHS will become minus 200. So x square is equal to 25. Now taking square roots, x will be equal to plus or minus 5. But what is x? X is the speed of the stream, and you know that speed of the stream cannot be negative. So x is not equal to minus 5, hence x is equal to 5. And that means the speed of the stream is 5 km per hour, which is our final answer. I hope you enjoyed the journey and this sum. Thank you.
Thank you for watching this video lecture. To watch more such interesting videos, attempt tests, and to get instant analysis, download the Robomate Plus app now.